All right, just doing a couple checks before we actually start this. Thank you, editor Mala. You're crazy. Epic. It's a musical that has been brought up to me a couple of times at this point. I had a couple of friends tell me about this musical that was supposed to be loosely an adaptation of the Odyssey that was written back in essentially by Homer, which was a very famous poet in like the 7th. If like I want to see how much of the Odyssey is actually like a- a- adapted to this, and yeah, let's just have some fun chat. I hope that should be big enough. It should be.
Alright, my brothers, listen closely. Tonight we make the Trojans pay. 10 years of war, they killed us slowly. But now we'll be the ones who slay. Think of your wives and your children. Your families wonder where you've been. They're growing old and yet you're still here. What I say and you'll see them again.
Yes, sir.
Diomedes will lead the charge. Agamemnon will flank the yards. Menelaus will let our mates through the gates to take the whole city at large. Teucer will shoot any ambush attacking. Little Ajax will stay back. Nestor, secure Helena, protect her. Io, avenge your father, kill the brothers of Hector.
Yes, sir.
Find that inner strength now. Use that well of pride. Fight through every pain now. Ask yourself inside, what do you live for? What do you try for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for?
What do you live for? What do you try for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for?
Penelope, and Telemachus. I fight for us. I fight for us.
What do you live for?
Penelope,
What do you try for?
Telemachus,
What do you wish for?
I'm on my way.
What do you fight for?
Attack! Who was that?
All right, this is already interesting. Holy cow. Okay, that's a lot to unpack with just like the first 2 minutes of this. Um, it's definitely following the first book. I can already kind of like hear it as it goes through. It went through the conflict a lot faster than I had anticipation to, but it is definitely a rock ballad. Like I know most musicals like to start with this initial let's go right into the plot of here, but they really did not waste any time. The vocals are amazing. Like with just having that introduction aspect, they're like rewinding for a second, like just kind of hearing this. This is very Hamilton like at the beginning. And I know this is very like most history ballads tend to have this kind of historical thing in the back where they have this like 1-5-1 progression, but the vocals are just doing that with just having this jerk. Oh, this is interesting. Like, we still have that motive that's being put forward. Honestly, they introduced that theme like immediately, and it's so cool to hear this. Like, the messages work a lot with what Homer's initial thing was supposed to be. And, ooh, it's... And again, it's just a simple progression because they want the main focus to be the vocals from there. That's cool. That's cool. And then going into the suitors aspect of there with even just like the change of the overall mood of it is so cool. Like having that transition from intense to this is what we want from there and then back to where the fight goes from there. That is cool. That is cool. I'm going to be stopping and starting chat, so don't mind me. I don't also mean to keep saying chat, it just kind of hits from there, but That is a very cool way to introduce this, and it's such a simple chord progression because you just hear the same melody going on until the stab, and then it moves on to the next arc. Okay, I'm continuing. I'll shut up now.
A vision of what is to come cannot be outrun, can only be dealt with right here and now.
Tell me how.
I don't think you're ready. A mission to kill someone's son, a foe who won't run, unlike anyone you have faced before.
Say no more. I know that I'm ready.
I don't think you're ready.
Oh, they are going into a couple other books too. They'll mix things up a little bit.
It's just a boy.
Ooh, that change of shift.
Does he pose that I cannot avoid?
Sorry, I'm gonna stop it for a second. If you listen closely, let me back it up for just like a couple of seconds here. You'll notice that you hear a xylophone part when they initially like put the baby on screen, and that is just the same vocal motive that they used at the very beginning. So I have a feeling that this whole Troy saga will probably end up using that same progression of the da 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 da.
Say no more.
Because you kind of hear it a little bit within the intense music.
I don't think you're ready.
Bum 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 bum. Yeah, they're gonna use that same, because that bum 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 was really right back at the beginning.
Tonight we make the Trojans.
Because if you hear the vocal line from there.
What I say and you'll see them again.
Yes, sir.
Diomedes will lead the charge. Agamemnon will flank the guards. Menelaus will let our men through the gates to take the whole city and
Yep,
guard.
it's the same progression. Oh, that's cool. So we've already heard what the main chords of the motif will be as we go forward from here. And just kind of building upon that, they'll probably end up continuing using that to continue to tell the story, but you're always going to hear that bum 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 constant over and over. That is the main theme that you'll probably hear throughout this whole video, or at least that's what my guess is. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna listen again. I'm sorry. This is what happens when I get into nerdgasm mode. All right, I'm gonna listen for reals this time.
I know that I'm ready.
I don't think you're ready.
It's just an infant. It's just a boy.
Vocals are beautiful.
Does he pose that I cannot avoid?
Like, if this is one voice
This is
doing
the
this.
son of none other than Troy's very own Prince Hector. Know that he will grow from a boy to an avenger, one fumed with rage as you're consumed by age. If you don't end him now, you'll have no one left to save. You can say goodbye to.
Oh, this is
Say
beautiful.
goodbye to.
I could raise him as my
Burn your house and
far
throne.
away from
You'll find him wherever you
sure his past is never
Gods will make him
I'd rather
know if
pray
we're
for ya.
bringing you down
I'm on my knees for ya. I'm begging
This is the
please.
will of the gods.
Actually, that dot 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 really does kind of sound like a ticking clock as it goes forward, as the main characters are trying to like make the decision from here whether to doom him in the future or save him now. Like that ticking time thing. Oh, that's such a clever way to do it, and they're going to continue doing it that way, aren't they? Yep, you still hear the same progression.
Don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
The blood on your hands is something you won't lose. All you can choose is whose.
I look into your eyes and I think back to the son of mine.
Wow.
You're as old as he When I left for war,
that same leitmotif is still there.
my days, every man I've slain is the price I pay. Endless pain. Close your eyes and spare yourself the view.
If this is one dude doing this, all these vocals, he has a hell of a range from there. Like, just the intensity of being able to do this kind of soft ballad as compared to the, like, intense overture that we had at the beginning. This is structured very, very, very well, like a lot of the ancient poems and like first musicals that were put like a long time ago. This is beautiful. I'm impressed by this.
How could I hurt you? I'm just a man who's trying to go home, even after all the years away from what I've known. I'm just a man who's fighting for his life. Deep down I would trade the world to see my son and wife. I'm just a man. But when does a comet become a meteor? When does
That's a
candle
nice
become
transition.
a blaze? When does a man become a monster? When does a ripple become a tidal wave? When does the reason become the blade?
God, that transition's beautiful. Oh, it works so beautifully with this.
I'm just a man.
Oh, that gives me chills. Just using that original chord progression and then immediately outputting it to have two various different moods. Like, whenever you have a bunch of voices in there, that is more of like the intensity that obviously the composer wanted the audience to hear from that point, because when you have that intensity, you know that it is a massive internal conflict going on. Do you damn a child now, or do you damn yourself later? But like, this is such an innocent child who has so many hopes and aspirations. Maybe you can end up changing his life, changing your own future from there. But then again, a lot of what the gods end up doing with stories like this is having things preordained and having the soft moments followed by those intense chords in a minor key, mind you, because of the internal conflict going on. It's combining those two ideologies together with still that simple ba da 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 kind of like 8 notes that we heard right from the entire thing. This is based off of an 8-note leitmotif that's just constantly going to be shifting and changing based on I'm assuming this main character is probably Odysseus, or like, especially since it's supposed to be his like internal journey of what's going on within Troy itself right after the Trojan Wars. It is really cleverly done. I can't believe that this has been out for this long, and this is the first I'm hearing about this. This is beautiful. I'm excited to see where they continue on with this. There's that chord again. That's the main thing they're going to work off of. You know, it's amazing what you could do with just 8 notes and just playing around with them and monkeying around with the chord progressions. Then you really start getting some, like, crazy things. This is actually going further than like what I thought initially. I thought this would only cover, like, the first couple of books. But, oh, man, am I wrong for there. So, I, like, that part should have just been the initial, like, the initial book 1 to 4. So maybe they are moving into the actual, like, journey to Sparta. I wonder if this is Telemachus then. maybe the main character is Telemachus instead of what I originally thought. It could be. It could be. I don't know. I still kind of want to continue on, but I'm wondering if they're going to, if this is going to go more into, like, this must be them traveling now to Sparta would be my guess. So maybe this is like books 3 and 4 now, or at least based on the initial research. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna listen more.
600 men.
Yep.
600 men under my command, with only one goal in mind.
Make it back alive to our homeland.
600 men. 600 miles of open sea. But the problem's not the distance,
It's what lies in between.
and Ithaca's waiting. My kingdom is waiting. Penelope's waiting for me. So full speed ahead. Full speed ahead.
Captain, you really just 600 men. 600 men. 600 men with big mouths to feed. And we've run out of supplies to eat. First the war, our food stores depleted. 600 men. 600 men. 600 reasons to take what we can. So Captain, what's the plan? Captain, what's the plan?
Watch where the birds fly. They will lead us to land. There will hunt for food, my second in command. Now full speed
and away we go.
So this whole thing is definitely taking influence from rock ballad. In rock ballad, for those a rock ballad musical kind of puts the aspects of rock and roll music with kind of the classical twist. So when I say classical twist, you get that kind of ostinato you hear in the drums, the do 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 do, and hearing that along with just the guitar and bass riffs that they're working onto there. But in order to make it more classical, they occasionally use a mandolin or maybe an acoustic guitar. Could be maybe mandolin. I'd have to listen to it more closely to kind of get that ballad going from there. But if this is all just one voice, I can't imagine how long this must have took from there. So this is beautiful, like, and it's really depicting a lot of Homer's original like ballad really well with this. I'm impressed by this. Since this should be like the trip to Sparta, I believe.
In the distance, I see an island, I see a light that faintly glows. Maybe they're people lighting a fire, maybe they'll share some food, who knows?
Something feels off here. I see fire, but there's no smoke.
I say we strike first. We don't have.
So they're on the
time to
island of
waste, so
Pharos
let's
now.
raid the place out.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Polities gear up. You and I'll go ahead.
You and I'll go ahead.
We should try to find a way no one ends up dead.
We don't know what's ahead.
Give me till sunrise, and if we don't return, then 600 men can make this whole place burn. Now full speed ahead.
And there's the rock part again.
Full speed ahead.
Because you got that. Oh my god, those chords. Wait a minute. Whoa.
No.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't do that kind of like, excuse me. Obviously, that chord progression is probably being a modulation into like the next major theme, but those power chords there. What the fuck? That like the vocals is what gives those power chords there. Like, just listen to that.
Now full speed ahead.
When the guitar goes in there, then you're gonna get those chords.
Full speed ahead.
Yeah! Yeah!
We're up, we're off and away.
Beautiful transition into the initial theme. And the call and response stuff. Ooh! Ooh! Yeah, that was a very good way to end on a coda there. Ooh. So they should be on the island of Pharos now. Alright, let's continue on with that. Immediately transitioning into more island beats there with a ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. That was a really good transition from our initial war, or initial, not war really, but our initial kind of vision of the future, going into more traveling music. And now if we're on the island of Pharos, which was more, more greenish, more, abandoned from over there. Like, they should mainly, they should have a lot of, like, the nymphs and stuff kind of appear through here. So it's probably going to sound more tribal in nature from there, or at least just my initial thought processes of me knowing kind of how the original Odyssey works. Let's just see, though.
You can relax, my friend.
Huh?
I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service. Try to relax, my friend.
Fine polities.
Yep, you have the initial calypso beat. We call that we call that more like that comes a lot with calypso music. We call calypso music, think of like Jamaican, because certain Jamaican music, especially when it comes to more of the classics, always have this to kind of know that it's going to be more island. If you hear it right from the beginning, you'll hear that, knowing that this is going to sound more, well, at least the beats and styles should be more Jamaican, but they're probably also making it more tribal, I guess is a better way to put it. But a lot of Jamaican music was influenced based on a lot of how tribal music came, just because there's a lot of history when it comes to that beat, but you'll hear it here. I gotta path that up a little further, hold on. You hear it there?
You can relax, my friend.
Huh?
I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service.
That's typical of what we call the tribal beat there.
And fine polities.
Think of all that we have been through.
I'm curious what the chords will work for this now.
I know that you're tired of the war and bloodshed. Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword, enough said. Why should we take when we could give? You can show a person that you trust them when you stop and lower your guard. Here we have a chance for some adjustment. Give it a try, it's not that hard. I'm telling you, this life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face,
I called it so much, but that's such a beautiful thing. And now you have typical, like, Jamaican xylophone chord progression coming in. Bum, 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 bada, bum, 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 which is the same thing as that beginning leitmotif. You have the four notes, da, 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 except now they're doing it in more of a Jamaican way. Dun, 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 dun. That is clever transposition, but still going with this whole 4 to 8 note leitmotif. That's beautiful. Oh, that's perfect.
War and bloodshed. Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword, enough said. Why should we take when we could give? You can show a person that you trust them when you stop and lower your guard. Here we have a
This is
chance
really
for
well
some
done.
adjustment. Give it a try, it's not that hard. I'm telling you, this life is amazing when you greet it with open
Yep,
arms.
there's that calypso beat
Whatever we face, we'll
with the
be
calypso
fine if we're
progression.
leading from the heart. No matter the place, we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Stay back.
This is probably the nymphs.
My friend, greet the world with open arms.
We're only here for
That's like a heartbeat there. That's nice.
600 friends
Help
are
with the
waiting
intensity.
for us to show our faces. Stay back, I'm warning you. If we don't get back safely, my men will turn this place into blazes.
See? This life is amazing.
And then we go back to the optimism, but we still had that same beat.
Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The world, here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
My friend, I wish that I could say that I agree, but look at the way this fruit is glowing and filled with glowing seeds. It took me a while to notice just what kind of fruit they eat. It's a lotus, it can controls your mind and never lets you free. That's what we'd get with open arms.
Lotus Eaters, I'd like to show my friend that kindness is brave. Could you tell me where there's other food to eat? A cave! You're saying there's a cave.
Ah, that's a trap.
Feast. And where do we sail to find this food-filled cave? Thank you.
Oh, that's cute.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. I see in your face there's so much guilt inside your heart. So why not replace it and light up the world? Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Greet the world with open arms.
You can relax, my friend.
Are you sure about that? But either way, beautiful kind of transition for that whole thing.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you?
Athena!
Yep, I was gonna say this is Athena talking now.
Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you. I see you changing.
You got that original motives that we heard back in the first song. Just with more like intense piano themes.
Let me remind you, goddess of wisdom, master of war. My life has one mission: create the greatest warrior.
1, 4, 5.
I had a challenge, a test of skill, a magic bar only the best would kill.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are we combining the first and the theme we just heard with the initial, like vision that we... I mean, if this is Athena talking, then yes. So now instead of... We have the Calypso kind of like rhythm going on in the background, except with the piano introducing it. But we have the typical 1, 4, 5 progression that was introduced at the beginning. So it's like a combination of both of those to kind of show the conflict. Oh, this is beautiful.
One day a boy came for the thrill.
Yep.
A boy whose mind
We combine
runs
both
the
of it. It's
bars
beautiful.
of will.
Let's go!
Maybe one day he'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know he'll change the world, 'cause he is a warrior of the night.
Yep, there's the Calypso beat.
Maybe one day I'll reach him and we can
And there's that
build
8-note
his skills
motive
as I
again.
teach him. If
Da,
there's
da,
a
da,
problem,
da.
he'll have the answer. He is a warrior of the night.
Same kind of heartbeat that we
Show
heard in another
yourself.
part.
I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you.
How can you see through my spell?
I was lying, and you fell for my bluff.
Ah! Beautiful.
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
Nice try, but two can play this game.
Nah, don't be modest. I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest. You are Athena. Badass in the arena. Unmatched and queen of the best strategies we've seen.
Alright, we have Athena's instrument. What Athena is trying to be replicated in here is a piano motif that we hear. Anytime you hear the piano on here, I have a feeling that Athena is going to be involved in this one way or another. And you still have that Calypso beat in there with a 1, 4, 5 chord. So we're combining everything that we heard in the beginning to the finale of what they're trying to work with the Troy Saga. Yes! Oh, I love it. It's beautiful.
You're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent.
Sounds like a plan. Goddess and man, best is the friend.
He'll see where it ends.
Okay.
Maybe one day they'll follow me and we'll make a greater
Oh, beautiful fits
They'll
there.
see I know we'll change the world, 'cause
Yeah.
we are the warriors of the mind.
Ooh, those vocals! Oh,
Maybe one day we'll reach them
this is the best one out of this.
skills as we teach them. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the mind. make sure you don't fall behind. Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the mind. Don't disappoint me. You can relax, my friend.
And that was just part 1 to this. I'm excited to continue to kind of hear this musical. I'm glad I'm able to experience it, and you guys can see my initial reactions for those vocals. Oh gosh, it's gonna be so much. I'm excited to continue my journey with this. So if you enjoy this content, like, subscribe, comment, help the algo out. You know the drill from here. But thank you for joining me on this first one. We will see you again soon, and feel free to watch some of the other stuff while we wait for the next episode. All right. We'll see you next time in the tavern. Bye-bye!